Hello, good morning. This is Rob Costa for CardGameExpert.com, and today I will be playing some Grixis Shadow. I really like this deck, and I wanted to play it again. Now Arkham's Astrolabe is gone. This card, just devoured the Death Shadow decks. I don't think the deck was playable at all. While this card was legal, especially the last few months with like Uro everywhere. Uro just takes a giant dump on this deck, so not gonna happen. With that being said, I did want to spice it up a bit. I saw people talking about playing Stormwing Entity in this one, so I decided to try 3 of them. Yeah, to be honest, I just found a list online that was like, yeah, you can play Stormwing Entity, you should try it something like this, and I figured, why not, let's try it. This deck definitely needs more threats in it, so... yeah, this deck just has a giant problem with just, sputtering out and not being able to kill your opponent. So with that being said, I just copied that list. I don't know who made the original list, but I just copied it anyway. This deck is just about Death Shadow. You want a 1 mana 13/13. You want to deal yourself a bunch of damage. Storm and Denial is a thing. Storming Entity actually works really well with Storm and Denial, which is something I realized during the matches, not before I started playing. So that's always nice, you know. You just like, oh, this is actually really good while you're playing. It's like, yeah, nice. I like that. For the rest, this deck has some Gurmak Anglers. I got 1 of them, so you can't get clunked on them. For the rest, this is just normal mid-rangey stuff like Thoughtseize, Inquisition, Fatal Push, Thought Scour, Snapcaster Mage, instant kill combo, kill card, Team of Battle Rage, Manamorphose, because that makes a Storming Entity free, and there's a mana base, whatever, we've all seen it before. Then the sideboard, this is updated a bit since I last played it. I did not play Plague Engineer or Royal Silence in my last build/video of this. I don't know, like the Goblins deck is a thing, so I can see the Plague Engineer. I think the Royal Science might just be too slow. Like, you're not really grinding. Like, this deck can pretend it's a grindy deck, but it's really not. Let's compare this to like John does something where you're like, yeah, they play 2 Tarmogoyfs and I play the Fatal Push, and now they have a Liliana, and now I'm crying. You're just not beating those kind of decks. So this is way more of a tempo deck, and Royal Science is really just an aggro or a mid-rangey card. For the rest, Surgical, Nihil Spellbound. We have definitely not played our Dredge deck, so let's not get paired into that, shall we? Aethergust, Collective Protect. Like, this is all pretty obvious for the rest. So with that, let's get to the... one more thing. This stream is being sponsored by MANATRADERS. If you want to rent cards to try online, so if you want to play this deck but don't own the cards, you can use my coupon code NUCLEAR on manatraders.com to get a discount on your first month. And for the rest of the information, check the description down below. Everything you need to know is in there. With that being said, just like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Do you like the new editing style? I tried something different. And thank you. Let's get to the matches. Okay, so for our first match, we have a mulligan. Just 1 Death Shadow, 2 Storming Entity, uncastable. Our opponent also took that Death Shadow deck out of the woodwork. So we are playing the Mirror. Do the Death Shadow thing, take a lot of damage, Thoughtseize them. They have 2 Gurmak Anglers, a Dismember, a Lightning Bolt, Storm and Denial, Thought Scour. So I decided to take the Gurmak Angler here, so I can run them out of threats, which is the way you win this game, I suppose. We get very lucky here. They get enough cards in their graveyard, but they don't have a Black Source. But they have gotten quite lucky as well. Like, for a non-Black Source draw, there's another Gurmak Angler, so there's another threat for them. It's a very good draw. We trade our Death Shadow for that Dismember. We knew they had it. We saw it with the Thoughtseize. They have a Gurmak Angler. We play a Gurmak Angler as well. And we block here because they have a Lightning Bolt and we're at 8. So 5 plus 3 is 8. We don't want to die. Storming Entity looking really awkward here. We draw a Thought Scour, so we get to play our Storming Entity now. This is quite nice. We actually get to scry too with it. And we see... what do we see again? Polluted Delta, Manamorphose. So Manamorphose is just always nice. They end up Inquisitioning us in that turn. We play our Snapcaster Mage. They bolt our Entity. And we start attacking in with the Snapcaster. Go, Snapcaster, go! They start Cling to Dusting. They do this for a few turns. They just Cling to Dust and Cling to Dust. And we draw a Death Shadow eventually. While our Snapcaster Mage keeps running in, and they just concede to it. They did draw 3 cards out of the Cling to Dust after this. So for this matchup, I like to take out all the discard, all the Thought Seizes, all the Inquisition. Just go, get out of my deck. You're gonna get into a top deck war anyway, so might as well. Yeah, this hand has land and spells, which is just all I ask for in this matchup. They Inquisition us, we drew a Surgical. They take the Surgical. I was going to use the Surgical to run them out of threats. Just like if they Thought Scour our Gurmag Angler away and we just Thought Scour, or we just Surgical it. Yeah, just 4 threats out of that deck. There's only like 8 real threats in the deck, so that will be half of them. Yeah, we got very lucky. We drew a Stubborn Denial. So we get to Stubborn Denial there. Stubborn Denial for our Dismember. And so we get to kill that Shadow. They Thought Seized our... No, they Inquisitioned us, but we drew the Stubborn Denial after. So we got quite lucky there. Yeah, kill that creature. They Dismember our creature. Like, this is just the Dead Shadow mirror. Someone plays a threat, ESC, and they now make the play that I was talking about. They make it against us. So now we are lighter on threats. Yeah, we Manamorphose. Make a green and a white to bluff the 5-color deck or something. I don't know why I did that. It looked fun at the time. Play a Street Wraith. Yeah, we're at 4. They play a Gurmag Angler, so we need to block here. They have 2 cards in hand. 1 is a Fatal Push. And 1 is a Drown in the Log. So, yeah. They had 2 cards in hand. They needed to top deck removal and have a removal. They had both. We died. So game 3, I Thought Scour at the end of that turn. They Stubborn Denial it. I luck sack like crazy here. And get my Gurmag Angler on anyway, I believe. Is that this game? Oh, I hope it's this game, otherwise it'll look foolish. Yeah, play Surgical. I'm aiming for their Stubborn Denials here. I just want to see what's in their hand and get a card in my graveyard, basically. Want to take some damage. And I see a Dismember, so... Dismember, Drown in the Log, Gurmag Angler, Dead Shadow, Blood Grip. So take the Stubborn Denials out. Which gets us to 7 mana with the Blood Grip. For the Gurmag Angler, so I luck sack like crazy. They Thought Scour they Stubborn Denial my Thought Scour, and I end up casting a turn 2 Gurmag Angler anyway, which is insane. So this is one thing to note. Like, I was thinking, the video is about Stormwing entities, so I should cast a Stormwing entity, but I just prefer the Gurmag Angler. Like, I want the 5/5. Because if I draw any free spell now, I get to cast my Stormwing entity anyway, and otherwise they might just Surgical me and I can't do it anymore. So we draw a Nile Spellbomb and crack it straight away so that we can draw a land. And they can't cast a Gurmag Angler for a turn. We're at 3, and they have the Fatal Push for the Dead Shadow. Like, yeah, the Stormwing entity just didn't do very much there. Onwards to match number 2. Yeah, this hand's a mulligan. I don't care what deck I'm playing against. I'm mulliganing this. Yeah, 3 Manamorphoses and a Snapcaster Mage. This hand could be anything. So, 1 Manamorphose. Ha ha ha. And 2 Manamorphose. Yep, I'm just making random callers at this point. And there's the 4th one. So yeah, we are drawing 4 Manamorphose. This is turn 2 and we are going a lot of cards deep. Storm count is 4 at this point. Not that it matters for us, but it's funny to note. We end up drawing not a single threat so far. Maybe in the last cantrip. Maybe. Do we get there? So at this point I should make a black and a blue. I don't know if I did. I believe I did. Please let me see me make blue and black. Okay, there's the black. There's the blue. And we've cast 4 Manamorphose in a turn. I thought seize them. They lightning bolt us. They are very obviously on burn. And I make a mistake here. I take the Skull Crack. I should have taken the Skewer the Critics, but it doesn't really matter. Like, this hand is never in a million years beating burn unless I draw exactly Angler or whatchamacallit. the Dredge Shadow. So I get quite punished here for using all 4 of my Mana Morphoses. I maybe should have used only 3 and kept the 4th one for if I drew a Stormwing Entity. However, I couldn't have known that Stormwing Entity was the next card in my deck. That's just not a thing that I had information about. So I end up Snapcaster Mage attacking, Fatal pushing my own Snapcaster Mage, and then just playing the Stormwing Entity. And I fetch to 5 here, because 4 or 5, 5 or 6 doesn't really matter. Like, you're dead to 2 burn spells no matter what, so... let's be real, at this point we've lost. Like, there's no way I'm winning this game. That one card is a Searing Blade, so I'm just hoping they don't draw a land, which is why I killed the Snapcaster. And obviously I draw Thoughtseize, like, duh. And they draw Boros Charm, so yeah, that's how this matchup works. I end up so for the sideboard I take out Dismember and Street Wraith. They cost a lot of life, I don't want to pay that. And we have this hand, which is, I couldn't fault anyone for keeping that, but I just don't think it's good enough against Burn. Yeah, we have Thoughtseize, double Collective Brutality, and a bunch of lands. I bottom the Thoughtseize. I make a mistake again here. I use the Inquisition to take the Relic of the Rest in Peace, which I really shouldn't have done. I should have probably just taken one of the threats. So turn 1 they play a Goblin Guide, turn 2 they play a Goblin Guide and a Swift Spear, and at this point I'm basically just crying. Yeah, I do have a Fatal Push, so I'm gonna just fetch my land there. So that if the Goblin triggers hit a land, they remove it from the top of my deck instead of just shuffling a random card to the top again. So yeah, they just keep playing creatures. Like, they've played 4 creatures at this point, and I'm just trying to keep up, but this feels really hopeless. Yeah, they've just had one of those draws where it's like creature, 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 creature. Oh, you're dead. Oh, what a coincidence. Who would have known? So I Collective Brutality again. It's a gamble here. Do I want to duress them or do I want to drain them for 2 life? I end up duressing them and win the gamble. They have a, whatchamacallit? A spell. And yeah, we are on 2 lands. They have a Swift Spear and I draw a Plague Engine here, so we died. Onwards to match number 3. Yeah, for this match, Stormwing Entity, Snapcaster Mage, Fatal Push, Thoughtscour, Team of Battle Rage. They haggle, so they must be Dredge. Dredge is the only card that plays that, or only deck that plays that card. Ox of Argonas to the graveyard. The new goal to the graveyard, which when you Creeping Chill someone, it comes back. That's basically all it does. They haggle again, missing that second land again and again. So I get really punished here. If I had played the Scalding Tarn instead of the Watery Grave on turn 1, I could have Gurmak Anglers on turn 2. So getting really punished here, because I think I would have won this game if I had. So now I have to wait till turn 3 to do it. Yeah, this is just not great. Like, now I deal 2 instead of 5. So Snapcaster going in again. Like, there's a lot of Snapcaster beats going on this league. Yeah, they Creeping Chill me. And yeah, like, from this point I had lethal with double Team of Battle Rage on the Gurmak Angler and on the Snapcaster Mage. But now because of the Creeping Chill I don't make it to that point. Because that's 10 plus 4 is 14. So now I need to fetch them to fetch short. But they hit a Narcomoeba as well. And a Prize on Malcolm. And at this point I can never get through. Like, that's just too much on the board. However, if I had attacked with the Angler first, they would have been at 13 now and I would have had lethal. So yeah, definitely lost this game myself. Which is not ideal, to say it politely. But yeah, there's just a ton of stuff coming back. Like, there's all sorts of creatures now, and at this point I'm just like, yeah, I'm dead, cool. So remember how we didn't pay our Dredge tax? This is Dredge, so we don't have a lot, and we keep our hand with every piece of hate we have, and a Death Shadow. So turn 1, play a Nile Spellbomb. Yeah, they Shriek-On, they Creeping Chill, and I'm very happy that they Creeping Chill here, because now I can actually play the Death Shadow. So I'm actually quite happy that they hit that, because now I can actually play a spell. I end up Stubborn Denying a second Shriek-Horn. And I get lucky again. Like, I'm getting very lucky this league, and I'm still not winning, which is a really bad sign for the deck, I feel like. So I end up drawing Polluted Delta, fetch Shocking, playing a Death Shadow. So I have a 3/3. They play a Shenanigans, so in response I crack my Nihil Spellbomb and draw a card. Yeah, I crack. And I have 2 lands and I'm way flooded and I just draw more lands. They play a Cathartic Reunion. We got lucky again and I drew a Stubborn Denial. Like, I'm getting insanely lucky this league and I end up just getting rid of the Stinkweed Imp. They have Conflagrate, Cathartic Reunion in hand. And I draw a Team of Battle Rage and we just kill them here. Like, Team of Battle Rage on the stack and Sadness ensues for our opponent. That's just all that happens here. Which is quite lucky because, well, this could still have gone wrong. Like, you can easily still lose a game like this. So we've drawn 6 lands in our 18 land deck. That's never a good sign. So I end up taking out 1 Stormwing entity and a Dismember. Like, I just want... At this point, I'm just convinced that the Stormwing entity is not very, very good. Yeah, I'm noticing that I can hardly ever cast the Stormwing entity. But I'll talk more about that in the deck, in the final deck results. So they play a Shriekhorn. I toss these them. I see a Cathartic Reunion, a Shenanigans, and a Stinkweed Imp. After a very long think about it, I take the Cathartic Reunion. And yeah, I just draw Manamorphose into a Stormwing entity. And I get to choose which threat I can play again. And I decide to play the Gummack Angler again. Like, at this point, I'm just convinced Stormwing entity is very good, I'm afraid. We do, however, get lucky again. And draw another Manamorphose so we can actually cast our Stormwing entity. But yeah, we are just consistently getting lucky. And still having a lot of trouble, which is a very bad sign for the card. And our opponent concedes. Okay, yeah, so after playing these matches, not gonna lie, I was not impressed by Stormwing Entity in Death Shadow. I do think the card is modern playable. It's a 2 mana 3/3 flying with prowess that scries 2 when it enters the battlefield. Like, that's a good raid. It's very playable. I do, however, think you need 0 mana spells. Like, I can see it in the Is It Prowess decks. I can see it in like some sort of aggressive Delver deck, but I don't think this is it. This was just not working out. I had it stuck in my hand a bunch of times. When I cast it, I got really lucky to be able to cast it. Only the Manamorphose enables it for free, and I just don't think that is enough. What you could do is just get the Surgicals in the main, but... Yeah, or maybe like a Gutshot or something. Man, I wish Gataxian Probe was still legal. But man, if this deck could play Gataxian Probe, oh my crap, that will be something else. Then Stormwing Entity will be very, very good. However, we don't get to do that. For those of you who don't know, Gataxian Probe. Give me a sec, I'll pull it up. But Gataxian Probe is just the most busted little piece of cardboard that's around, basically. Like, it's on Black Lotus levels of broken. Like, this is Gataxian Probe, it's just 0 mana, look at the target player's hand, draw a card. That card is absolutely nuts. It looks very innocent, it's definitely not innocent. This card is very, very good. Yeah, for the rest, like, I don't think the Storming Entity is good enough to just reshape the entirety of Death Shadow. I'd much rather just put back in the 4th Angler. And get rid of, like, the entities, just put in 2 other cards. I don't know straight off my head, but for the rest, yeah, this deck is just Death Shadow. This deck is good. You can get rid of the Manamorphose again. Like, you have 6 slots. Just fool around with them. It'll be fine. Like, this core is very good. With that being said, Sideboard felt fine. Like, yeah, I don't know if Sideboard felt fine. Like, Royal Signs, never use it. I just dropped after the 3 matches. I got bored of not being able to cast my spells. With that being said, if you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. Are there any other cards you want me to try out M21? If you ever see anything sweet that you think like, oh man, he would like that. Like, I'm a sucker for Tempo We Feel Smart decks. Like, I'm a complete total sucker for them. I mean, I've played Grixis Delver at GPs long after people found out about Grixis Death Shadow. Like, I am such a sucker for cards like that. Yeah, anyway, if you see something sweet, let me know, let me try, I'll figure it out. If you're like, I don't know about this deck, maybe you want to give it a go, sure, I'll give it a go, it's all cool. And with that, thank you for watching.